I love how parents are like, they call out the name of their children. Her daughter's name's Hazley. I love how they do that. They want you to know that their child is not only theirs, but they also have their names, and you get to know their names, which is actually private information. I never call the names of my children out in public. It's dangerous. Even though I do have David, Elizabeth, and Gwendolyn. 3 children. The guy right there has a wife. And the other day, his wife was sitting right there where that guy's sitting. Right where the guy is sitting. Or at least that's what she told me. So his wife was sitting on the side of the sidewalk in 100-degree weather. Now that's a heck of a marriage. We're currently in Fort Worth. We're gonna head out to DFW Horizons. We've got the cast of characters out right now. See if we can get them all straight here. A little puppet show kind of thing. They mostly just kind of watch. This is Critter the cat. And this is the Superstar Car Washes. Riding with me is the ghost of Sam, the living ghost, because Sam Elliott is still living. The living ghost of Sam Elliott.
Well, thank you, Cole. I was just wondering why you call me the living ghost of Sam Elliott. I'm very well much alive.
That's very funny, Mr. Sam Elliott. The reason why is because no one can see you. You're not sitting right there. So you're the living ghost of Sam Elliott. That's why I call you that.
Well, it's kind of strange, but I've never been on a show like this before. Well, anyway.
Well,
that's all I can think of to say right now. I really do like that Critter the cat, though. He's pretty cute.
Yeah, Critter the cat's a cute little cat. And we're going to have Sam Elliott do some voice reading for us, because you know how popular he is doing the Campbell Soup commercials and Wolf Brand Chili and all those Cures Light commercials and things like that. So go ahead and give us a reading there, Sam Elliott. Go ahead and give us a reading.
Live, laugh, smell good.
All right, Mr. Sam Elliott, since you're joining us today, I wanted to ask you some questions about what happened in your life that made you gravitate towards the acting and film, and I don't know if you've done theater, but acting, film, and voiceovers. What was the thing that really, sparked, the flame to go into that field?
Well, Cole, I have to say that's a good question. I get asked that quite a bit, and I went to the movies one time when I was younger, and there was a movie called A Creature from the Black Lagoon. And once I saw that movie, I realized, that's what I want to do.
Wow! So it was kind of a horror film, so like a monster film.
Yeah, it was a scary monster film that did it for me.
I see, Sam Elliott. I appreciate you giving us, that information. That's some private information. The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Imagine that. So Sam Elliott decided to become an actor and a voiceover artist because he saw the movie The Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Well, that was about it. I was just a little boy sitting in the movie theater, and I looked up there and saw that creature from the Black Lagoon and decided this is what I'm going to do.
Wow, that's amazing, Sam Elliott. I appreciate it.
And then when I was walking out in the movie theater, I saw this nicely shaped apple butt, and I thought to myself, man, that woman, she's got herself a nice little butt on her, and if I become a real famous movie star, I can go into any hotel or bar and pick up any woman out.
Okay, Sam Elliott, I appreciate you talking that way. Didn't know that was a reason, but we'll just say there's a Creature of Black Lagoon. You're pretty funny, Sam Elliott, pretty funny. So he left the movie theater and saw this chick with a nice butt. Well, anyway, so Sam Elliott, let me tell you, what was it like working with Bradley Cooper in The Star Is Born?
Bradley who?
but Bradley Cooper, he cast you and he directed A Star Is Born. You don't remember being in that? You played like his older brother or something like that.
Oh yeah. Brad. Well, Bradley. Yeah, I remember now. I was using mostly Bradley just to pick up my stuff, my herb and things like. I remember that. Yeah, I remember doing some of that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did he turn that into a movie? Yeah, he did. He won a Grammy for it. Well, him and Lady Gaga did. She wrote the music on it. But yeah, they did very well. You don't remember being in it? No, I don't really go back and watch a lot of my movies, and I just kind of show up and they give me the herb, and I go back in the trailer and smoke it down. Hey, Cole, can I ask you a question? You seen the movie Hero, right?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a great movie about a voiceover actor. Yeah, it shows your whole life.
Well, I mean, that was basically a documentary about me. I'm not always in the present moment, if you know what I mean. But, I mean, it's okay for actors to be that way as long as you get them on set. Listen, I'm going to tell you about Star Is Born and Bradley Cooper. I don't remember any of it at all. The only thing I remember is some of he's swinging at me, throwing a fit, and talking like me and all this kind of stuff. I don't remember any of it, really. But, dang good herb. He has dang good herb.
So, you're saying that Bradley Cooper gave you some herb. What kind of herb?
Well, I don't want to get into it. He said it was from Mexico or something, but it got me really in character and relaxed and everything, and got me thinking of that time when I saw that apple butt in the movie theater in the lobby, and I decided, well, I'm going to go get me some. Oh, you're pretty funny, Sam Elliott. Kind of getting creepy here. Well, anyway, we're heading out to DFW. Now, Sam Elliott would later talk about how he started acting also by watching John Ford movies. He wanted to make people feel the way that John Ford made people feel. But with me, it's a little different. I do remember seeing one movie that made a big impact on me emotionally. There was actually two when I was younger. Before the movies that I watched, where I decided that no way, there's nothing else I want to do in life. I've got to be an actor, And I'll tell you the four. There were actually four. When I was very, very young, there was a movie I saw with Kenny Rogers called Six Pack, and it had a big emotional impact on me. And I didn't really know who Kenny Rogers was. I didn't know if he was, a musician or an actor or what, but I knew that he was a good person. You could tell just by looking at Kenny Rogers for just a second, just a half a second, that this guy's a good person, And the movie is a good movie about these young kids that are kind of orphans, and he takes them on because he's a race car driver, and he, wants to help the kids. And Six Pack was because there were 6 kids, and they were all helping him change the tires on the race car. They were like a pit stop crew, and whenever the race car comes in, they go and they take out the wheels, and they put the wheels back on. They do it really quick. They were the pit stop crew. So when the race car came in, and Kenny Rogers was a race car driver, it was a really good movie. There was like scenes where Kenny Rogers was doing sit-ups and all kinds of stuff, and Kenny Rogers had his own music in it too. And I realized like this is a very powerful movie, and it had a big impact on my heart. And then of course Smokey and the Bandit too. We would watch that over and over again with Burt Reynolds and stuff like that. And as a kid, me being a kid, it just looked like these guys were having a lot of fun. They lived dangerously. They didn't care really about all the rules and regulations that you'd have to deal with, like when you're at school. Now, I'm going to throw in another movie, though. There was another movie that had a big impact on me, a really big impact on me. Two more movies, sorry. But one of them, of course, was Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy. I saw that. I had so much fun watching it. I'd watch it over and over again when I was younger, because my dad actually let me have a VCR. And we had a whole collection of VHS tapes that were in a library. And then there was one more movie. It was Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Yeah, I saw it when I was younger, and I was in not even junior high. It was like middle school. Well, I guess it was junior. Well, it was like 6th or 7th grade.
I can't remember which one. I have to go back and look. It was that kind of time in school. I guess you call that junior high. Right before high school. Well, we had this a day of dress up. It was like we were supposed to dress up like a hero or something. I don't remember the assignment, but we were all the whole school was a day of dress up like Halloween, but it was like not Halloween, you know. It wasn't Halloween, but it was a day where we all dressed up like we all wore costumes of our own choosing. And I chose to wear a gray suit. I had a gray suit with a I think I got something that looked like a red bow tie or a red tie. And then I got football cleats. They were white football cleats, and I dressed up like Paul Rubens from Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure. And I remember that day I could get through the day without worrying about anything. I had no worries on my mind. All I had to do was behave like Pee Wee Herman in front of people, and I didn't have to worry about all this other stuff that was going on in my life. My parents were divorced and stuff like that. There's also another story I tell whenever I was actually in kindergarten and we had a Bible, a day of dress up in the Bible. Like it was, you choose a Bible character. I dressed up like David from David and Goliath. And that was also a great day because my teacher spent time making the, I don't know exactly what David called it in the Bible, but he used it to kill wolves. David was great at doing it. He was a shepherd. And it was a sling. It was like a sling. She made it out of rubber bands because I was missing a sling for the sling and stone, you know, to kill one of the wolves, or basically use that to kill some of the giants. But that may have been the start of it, you know, and then there's other times I got to dress up too. Eventually, when I got into high school, I did finally get in touch with the theater department. But I first found it before high school. John David Templin probably would take, he probably says, oh, I discovered him. He didn't discover me. John David Templin did not discover me. I was discovered by the Lord. But I was actually officially discovered by W.E. Scott Theater before I found the theater department. And we learned stage combat and things like that. We learned theater before I even joined the drama department. And then later, I would join Pascal's drama department, and that's when he always claims, well, I discovered you. You didn't discover me. I was already doing it before I got to the theater department. He didn't know it. That's how good I was. And I got in a lead as Ben Gant in Look Homeward Angel. Now, I was already an actor then, because I was already up in front of people. I was called an actor. People knew me as an actor, and that's what I am. And when I started exploring cinema, I checked out 2 movies. One with Laurence Olivier called Hamlet, which I was inspired by the beautiful speaking voice of Laurence Olivier and how well he did up in front of the camera and playing Hamlet. Then I saw the movie Taxi Driver with Martin Scorsese, and I realized that there was an unlimited art field in cinema. And the performance of Robert De Niro blew me away because I'd never seen anyone behave that real in front of the camera, as opposed to Laurence Olivier, who was more kind of like an actor. But when I saw Robert De Niro, I couldn't tell this guy was acting. And I didn't understand how they did it. And I began to explore, and that's when I found out about the Actor Studio, and I went to Fort Worth Library, and I started reading about method actors. And I realized that you can actually forget who you are almost to a certain extent. You can forget your own self and become a character. You can actually do that, but it takes training. And Robert De Niro was the first person I saw, and then later I started studying Marlon Brando. I'm going to show you this right here. Going wrong with Terminal D It's a backup, or there's some kind of construction. I've never seen it before. It looks very backed up. Terminal D. That's one of the bigger terminals that has the, I believe it's a Hyatt Regency or something of that nature. Huge hotels there. It's a little bit different, not completely different, but a little bit. It does have the zone right here, which is 22. There's a cross right through this way. So instead of there, it's one over. One crosswalk over deeper. TSA. Jesus freaks on the street.
You'll love our incredible restaurants, our vibrant neighborhoods in the world. If you're just passing through, come back and spend some time.
That was Erica, and she's an actress from New York. How I did that, I don't know. She worked at Steppenwolf in Chicago. She's an actress. Her name is Erica. Beautiful. So she worked in Steppenwolf. Her favorite stuff that she had done as in acting is with Mamet. She likes David Mamet. She did Fool for Love, which was Sam Shepard. That was really her. So I don't know her last name or anything. I got her information. I'm gonna have her send me an email to put her on a network of actors, because I am casting, because I'm getting ready to do a big project coming up here pretty soon. So hopefully she'll send me her email, and then I showed her my show. But it was almost like she was waiting for me. It was very, very weird when I ran into her at the airport. So it was very cool, and she happened to be an actress. So that was awesome. Nice houses. Each one of these homes are close to about $700,000 to $1 million. I said Erica would be great for a flight attendant, because all my stuff has flight attendants in it. My mom worked for American Airlines for 30 years. I got Escape from Maine. I can definitely throw a flight attendant role in there. I can write a little scene where he, I don't know, flies back to Maine or something like that, you know. And then she could be the flight attendant, a little monologue and a little scene or something. All right. Be there in about, I don't know, about 15 minutes or so. Right. Taking off there at LoveField. There it is. Getting on Irby Keller. I'm not talking about the character in The Filmmakers. I'm talking about the real road, Irby Keller. But yes, Irby Keller from The Filmmakers is based on this road up here called Irby Keller. We gotta get some gas, get a refill, and keep on keeping on. That's a Southwest airline. That's what I'm talking about, the romantic airline, the LoveField. It's kind of an off-color blue or dark blue, orange, and a yellow or darker blue. LoveField. Without love, you're a noisy symbol. Goes for anybody. Right, Sam Elliott?
Cole would always say about a noisy symbol is if you use a noisy symbol in the right type of orchestration, it can be beautiful music at times, but it does say that in the good book. If without love, you're just a clanging cymbal, is what it says.
That's right, Elliott Smith. It does say that. You have to have love to make music. Very true, Elliott Smith.
Cool, you know my name's not Elliott Smith.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I listen to a lot of Elliott Smith. You're Sam Elliott.
Right, my name's Sam Elliott, not Elliott Smith. Don't get me mixed up with Elliott Smith. I've had a few people do that. It makes me mad.
Sorry about that, Sam Elliott. Sorry. That's right, Sam Elliott. I should know this. He worked with Bradley Cooper. He's one of my peers from the new school inside the actor studio. You're right, Sam Elliott. You're right. You're not Elliott Smith. I know you're Sam Elliott.
Yeah, just get it right, because we already went through this whole thing about Elliott Smith. I'm Sam Elliott.
Gotcha, Sam Elliott. Gotcha. Thank you, Sam Elliott.
It's really not a problem.
Okay. $4. 1 hour. This is where JFK came in before he was killed. First, he went to Fort Worth, but he landed here in Dallas LoveField. Then he went to Fort Worth. He spent the day in Fort Worth, walking in and out of the public. And Secret Service was sweating bullets because they could not figure out what JFK was doing. He was acting very strange. By the time he got to Dallas the next day, he was acting better. He got on the caravan and everything. He got on the vehicle with the governor, and they went down Houston, turned on Elm, and boom, 3 shots. And that was the end of his life. Immediate divorce. Not only from life, but from his wife and everything. His wife could no longer have him because he was dead. The top of his skull blown off, and then also the piercing in the neck. He was hitting the neck first, then then moments later, then the skull. And his own wife had to watch that happen. And that was horrible for Jackie O. It changed her life. After that, she started writing books. So sorry about that.
Sorry.
Remember yesterday when I had that thing about the star? It's right there. So we're going to go ahead and head back and cover the dresser. We got a pretty good tip. Albert Finney and Tom Courtenay got a lot of work to do. That's a masterpiece film. So I feel a little nervous on the aspect of it because I've always liked the dresser. Albert Finney was one of my favorite actors. The reason why is because I did a play called The Orphans. I'm sorry, Orphans. I always call it The Orphans. Orphans is the name of the play. The characters are Treat, Philip, and Harold. Now, I played Treat. One of my good friends played Philip, and we had a soap opera actor from New York and from Hollywood that worked with David Carradine, and he played Harold. And we did it in Grapevine, which I always thought was cool that Post Malone says that he hung out in Grapevine. I've also heard in interviews that he hung out in Dallas. I don't know where he lived, but I heard Grapevine. But we did a play there called Orphans, and Albert Finney did the movie with Matthew Modine. Very, very good movie. Anyway, he is in the dresser. It's one of his great performances. You got to see it immediately. If you're an actor, you got to see the dresser. It's Albert Finney and Tom Courtenay. Brilliant performance. A 1983 movie. Peter Yates is the director. Also, the writer is a guy that's an amazing writer. The script is amazing. It's far better than what you'd ever expect. Harwood is the guy's name that wrote the script. Brilliant screenplay. Check it out. I'm going to be covering it tonight on my movie review. All right? See y'all then. 1, 2, 3. Godspeed. Good luck. God loves you. How's it go? God bless. Good luck. No, God bless. Yeah, good luck. God bless. Godspeed. Good luck. God bless. Good night. God bless. Godspeed. Good night is, yeah. Good night. God bless. Godspeed. Got a little bit of a Diet Mountain Dew. Looks like they get a really good collection of Dallas Cowboys jerseys right here. 488.55. Got Prescott, number 4. Yeah, let's go this way. So what you want to do when you're doing this kind of work is you do want to get hydration and some energy. And what I suggest is Red Bull. So you might as well go with Red Bull. This one's actually what's called the Peach Edition. It's one of my favorites. So it's pretty good. And then for a snack, what I choose is Maverick Meat Stick. It's pretty good. It's got some protein in it. It's not too bad. I've used these a lot doing this kind of work. It's a good little snack to have. Good little break to have at times. So that's what I suggest. So Salud, got myself Peach Edition Red Bull, pretty good. Ran out of Mountain Dew. I was drinking a little bit of Diet Mountain Dew in this for the so I got to count on the calorie count. 160 calories. I got to put that on my calorie count. And then we got to find out, these are usually 140 if they're smaller. If they're larger, I don't know if it has a calorie. It's made in the USA though. It's a USA drink. The peach, this is right here, this peach, really good. It's really, really good. Then we're gonna see this one right here. This is called No Man's Land, a play that I wrote. It's a play about an air conditioning repairman. He gets lost right there in Arizona, not too far from El Paso, where these mules are crossing over. Mules are people that illegally transfer Mexicans across the border. Shaler Terridan would know everything about it. The No Man's Land is the original title. My friend Rob wanted me to write it to Nomad County. I changed that name, and I changed it from Nomad Land. I changed it to No Man's Land. So I went against his, you know, I wanted to originally call it No Man's Land, so that's the original title of it. This one's from my friend Rob, or Bobby Sketch. He's a playwright guy. One time, it was so funny about Rob. He helped me move from Denton. And my taxi driver poster that I had Travis Bickle, the color one, it went missing. So Travis, I don't know when Travis was, Jordan McKnight was hanging out and helping us move some stuff. So I figured it was Jordan. So I go, "Did you take my taxi driver poster?" To Rob. He goes, "No, I didn't take it." "No, man, I didn't take it." So I saw Jordan walking up. I said, I bet Jordan took it. I went up to Jordan. I said, hey, Jordan. And Rob goes, no, man. I took it. I said, you can keep it. Hang it over your word processor, your writing room, and you can keep it. I didn't get him in a headlock or nothing. Reason why is because he was a friend. All right, we're heading back, take care of Edmund the cat. He's pretty hot today. It was 82 degrees in one room and then 73 degrees in the other. But I'll let him have the cool room tonight. So I don't know why I can get it 72 degrees in one room and I think it was 82. I had to get in touch with some people. I don't know why. In the state of Texas, you're not really supposed to be able to charge rent if you can't keep the place under 80 degrees. I think there's a state law on it. You can't charge rent if you can't provide sufficient air conditioning. So I don't know. I'm calling the city code if it's not fixed within the next couple of days. So city code people come over, they make a report against the apartment complex, and they get fined daily until they fixed it. So they'll be fined daily until they fix the problem. So I'll be calling city code in probably a couple days, probably.